Hey, John Lee here. And today I want to talk to you about marketing in the artificial intelligence and machine learning space and three of the big problems that companies are facing. But first, let me just explain why I'm the one talking to you about this and why it's important, as well as who this video is for. So why me? Well, I'm a writer who's been working in the technology and artificial intelligence and machine learning space for a couple of years now, back when it wasn't as much of a buzzword as it is now in 2018. And even though I don't come from a tech background, I'm very knowledgeable about AI, and more importantly, I've talked to a lot of the AI companies about what their marketing challenges are, as well as help them create content, white papers, media opportunities, etc. I've also written about AI and machine learning for places like the Huffington Post, Wired, and Fast Company. Now, why am I talking to you about AI and marketing right now in 2018 when most companies can't really benefit that much from very advanced AI and really are just focused on things like machine learning algorithms that work on workflows? Well, the thing is, AI is coming. Whether you believe, like Elon Musk, that it's going to be the end of humanity, or whether you side with Vladimir Putin, that whoever controls AI is going to control the world, both a bit hyperbolic. And you'll find that as you learn more about AI, the people that really understand it don't say things like that. But AI is coming, and it's going to be another technological jump. A good way to think about AI, and the way I like to explain it to people when they ask what I do and what AI is and how you market it, is to think about software as a service. 5-6 years ago, software as a service wasn't really a thing, and it was really only being done by big companies that had huge clouds that were very expensive and were being sold in like C2C sales. AI is in the exact same spot in 2018. There isn't really an online sales process, and right now AI and machine learning, the really cool stuff, is only being offered to really giant companies because it's so expensive. So what I want to do is get ahead of the curve here and start talking to people who are small and medium-sized business owners, as well as people who work in AI and are wondering how you're going to start to market to those people, and kind of bring those worlds together by talking about how to market AI to people that are not C-level executives and how to market AI online. So that's kind of what the purpose of these videos is going to be. I'm going to do a whole series on AI, including some very basic definitions of things like predictive analytics and robotic process automation, or RPA. So I'll give some definitions of stuff as we go along, but I want to get ahead of here and kind of carve out some space as the person explaining AI a couple of years before it's actually going to be super useful for everyone. But hopefully by then you'll all be ready to hire me. So let's start by talking about three big problems in the marketing of artificial intelligence in 2018 and beyond. Okay, so let's get into the three big mistakes that's being made in the marketing of AI right now. Number one is that traditional PR and publicity just doesn't really work that well because it's not super targeted. Like maybe you get in Wired, maybe you get in Fast Company, but you're not getting in the Harvard Business Reviews, you're not getting in front of the places where you really need to be in order to really connect with that C-level audience, and in a little bit those small and medium businesses that maybe are going to grow, or as AI becomes cheaper and more available, are going to need the same kind of services. So the first thing is, don't throw money at publicity. You need actual marketing rather than just throwing money at a PR agency that's going to get you a couple of articles, and you'll see that with everyone you talk to. And this is not uncommon for many industries. When I used to do marketing in the plastic surgery industry, they had the same thing. In fact, there's a doctor out there from New York who has a talk called "I spent $300,000 on PR and got nothing out of it," or something like that. So that is one of the first challenges, is that the traditional ways of going about and getting PR that tech companies maybe rely on don't really work with AI because they're not really your target audience. They're too broad. The second thing is that most of the marketing materials that are being made right now are way too technical. If you go to websites of any of these companies, and I don't want to call them out by name because some of them I work with, their white papers are written for engineers, and they're written for people with an understanding of AI that's right up here, whereas right now even C-level executives, and I've talked to some recently, their understanding of AI is down here. So they need to write their marketing materials in a way that speaks to the C-level executive or the small or medium business owner in a way that doesn't embarrass them, right? Like, they don't want to feel embarrassed by not understanding a ton of the math or not understanding the big words, you know, like some of these papers on things like drug discovery and stuff, you're getting huge medical terms as well, or imaging terms, and it's just a lot for C-level executives to understand, or the people who are going to make these decisions at hospitals, stuff like that. Like, it's just a little too technical, and it needs to be brought down a notch. And the third one is that a lot of the time, these AI solutions are being framed in terms of prevention rather than adding. Guys aren't thinking, oh, prevention, they're thinking add to the bottom line, right? So that traditional kind of general manager approach where they think, oh, well, there's going to be more attention on them if something goes wrong, is not the way C-level executives are thinking. They're thinking add to the bottom line, make more money. How does this help us make more money, as opposed to preventing problems, which, let's be honest, a lot of C-level executives don't think there's ever going to be a problem due to their stellar leadership. So those are kind of the three main problems I see in the marketing of AI in 2018. And in the next video, I'm going to give you a couple of solutions for them, and then we're going to get into defining some terms and talking about some long-term strategy for marketing AI to both C-level executives in big Fortune 500 and 100 companies, and also to small and medium businesses that are growing and are going to need these services and products in the near future. So pay attention for that. I'll be back very soon, and thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you very soon.